Welcome GeoTrig. This video is on right angle trigonometry. Let's begin. So a lot of this will be a review. Just to review this, right triangle definitions. If you have a right triangle right here and your A and B are legs and C is the hypotenuse, the sine of angle theta right here would be the opposite over the hypotenuse. And cosines adjacent over hypotenuse and tangents opposite over adjacent. The ones we're adding this time are cosecant, secant, and cotangent, which are just the reciprocals of sine, cosine, and tangent. A little bit more about that. So if I want to find the value of the 6 trigonometric functions from this right triangle right here, I have this angle theta and B is 4 and A is 3, I can use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out that C equals 5. So using what I know, sine is going to be of this theta right here is opposite over a hypotenuse, so 3/5. Cosine will be 4/5. The tangent opposite over adjacent, so that'll be 3/4. Now cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, so it's just going to be 5/3. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so it'll be 5/4. And cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, so it'll be 4/3. All right, a little bit more special right triangles we've done before, but there it is for review in case you need to know it. Cofunctions, this is a new word, so write this down. Cofunctions, two positive angles are complements if the sum is 90. We've done that before. So any pair of trigonometric functions f and g for which f and g, they're called cofunctions. So we have this property, if we have f of theta equals g of 90 degrees minus theta. So those are what cofunctions are. So it's kind of like you take that degrees and subtract that from 90. So let's actually do that in an example. So for an example, and it's lagging. Okay, so we got a bunch of cofunctions here for a bunch of different trigonometric functions. So sine of theta equals the cosine of 90 minus theta. So these are cofunctions here. Tangent, cotangent, and secant, cosecant, and so on. So you can use this property to figure out a cofunction. Let's actually use that. So for example, if I want to find a cofunction of sine of 46, I can use those properties up there and go sine of theta equals cosine of 90 minus theta. So it'd be cosine of 90 minus 46, which will be cosine of 44. Cotangent, we could still do this if it's in radians. So cotangent, the function was it's tangent of 90 minus theta. So it'll be tangent of 90 degrees, which is the same thing as pi over 2. So pi over 2 minus pi over 12. And if you convert to the same denominator, 6 pi over 12, and you'll get tangent of 5 pi over 2. So those are cofunctions. They evaluate to the same thing. All right. Another property in 2 words, angle of elevation, angle of depression. So you might see these phrases being used in word problems. So angle of elevation is when the angle is going up, so we're elevating. And angle of depression is when we're going down from the horizontal line. So there you go. So if we wanted to use this real world problem, the irregular blue shape in the figure represents a lake. The distance across Lake A is unknown, so this A is unknown. To find the distance, the surveyor must take the measurements from the figure. What is the distance across the lake? So we got a degree right here, 24 degrees, and you're forming a right triangle. I can find that this angle of tangent of 24, so tangent of 24 degrees is going to equal A over 750. All right, so how do you find A? Well, multiply both sides by 750, so you get 750 equals, 750 times tangent of 24 is going to equal A. And if we plug that into a calculator, we're going to get our answer as such. A is going to be 333.9 yards. All right, let's do some examples. Pause the video. Okay, evaluating these. Now we're going to use our properties of special right triangles. Cosecant is the same thing as 1 over sine of 30. And sine of 30, if you don't remember, and I don't right now, so sine of 30 is going to be 1/2. So this would be 1 over 1/2, which is going to be the same thing as just a reciprocal 1/2, so it'll be 2. Cotangent of pi over 4. So cotangent is like 1 over tangent of pi over 4. And if we want to convert that to degrees, pi over 4 is actually tangent of how many degrees? That's a quarter of a pi. It's going to be 45 degrees. So tangent of 45 degrees, if you want to look at that and go back to those properties, tangent of 45 degrees is going to be 1. So it'll be 1 over 1, which is the same thing as 1. Secant of 60 degrees is 1 over cosine of 60 degrees. And cosine, if you don't remember of 60 degrees, you don't remember what that is, go back to your table again. Cosine of 60 degrees is 1/2. So I'm going to go 1 over 1/2, which comes out to 2. All right, next example. Let's pause the video. All right, find a cofunction. So sine of 73 degrees is equivalent to cosine of 90 degrees minus that 73 degrees, which equals the cosine of 17 degrees. Cotangent of pi over 7. Well, that's the same thing as tangent of 90 degrees, but we're not in degrees, we're in radians. So I'll say tangent of pi over 2 minus pi over 7. So let's combine those two fractions somehow. So I'm going to multiply, make them the same denominator. That'll be tangent of 7 pi over 14 minus 2 pi over 14. So that'll equal the tangent of 5 pi over 14. That's it.